Viral high school players that fell off.
They all went viral in high school, some more so than others. In the age of social media, it's very
Jello
common
didn't really
for high
fall
school
off,
basketball players to go viral. Whether it's their attitude,
Whatever happened to
their
that guy?
eye-catching build, or it's just their raw talent that deserves the attention that they get.
Oh yeah, what happened to that guy
The problem
too?
with going viral
I
in high
forgot
school
about
is that
it.
it could go all downhill from there. So, join me today as we look into why these viral basketball hoopers have fallen off. Starting off with
Jello.
LiAngelo Ball.
We
One
know
of
why,
the
though,
three
with
Ball
Jello.
brothers stands out as the only one not currently in the NBA.
Technically
Despite his
didn't
famous
fall
last name and being part of the highly publicized Ball family, even his outspoken father, LeVar Ball, admitted he doesn't believe LiAngelo will make it to the league. Let's take it back when the three Ball brothers were teammates in Chino Hills. Not only were they the best high school team in the country,
they were.
but some fans believe the greatest high school team in history. And out of the three future NBA players on this team, LiAngelo was the leading scorer, averaging close
Wow.
to 35 points per game. So people
What?
obviously assumed if this guy is averaging the most points on the best team in the country, surely he was NBA bound. Well, not exactly. Either way, he would join the UCLA Bruins, ready to prove to the world that he will make it to the NBA.
Three UCLA men's basketball players placed under house arrest in China, forced to remain in their hotel after they were arrested for shoplifting from a Louis Vuitton store.
Bruh.
LiAngelo was in big trouble, facing up to 10 years in prison for shoplifting in China. This situation caught so much attention that even President Donald Trump got involved. He went to meet China's leader to get the issue resolved.
I had a great conversation with President Xi. What they did was unfortunate. You know, you're talking about very long prison sentences. They do not play games. He was terrific, and they're working on it right now, and hopefully everything's going to work out.
Fortunately, all charges
Wow.
were dropped for the three players, and they were sent back to the States as free men.
I'd like to start off by saying sorry for stealing from the stores in China. I apologize to my family, my coaches, my teammates, and UCLA for letting so many people down. I'd also like to thank President Trump and the United States government for the help that they provided as well.
But LiAngelo's problems wouldn't stop here. No, they were only just getting started.
Dude, that's
Because
crazy.
of the
Trump
shoplifting incident,
him up.
LiAngelo was suspended by UCLA from playing the entire season. So, LiAngelo decided to leave, thinking he would be wasting his time not playing ball.
That was too long for you to wait?
Yeah, that's the whole season pretty much. And that's just a long time of doing nothing. I'd rather be playing.
China already said, okay, he made a bad mistake. We're going to drop the charges. That's the punishment they gave him.
But in China for stealing, you
But
can
that's
get
the punishment
5 to
they
10
gave
years.
him. Now we over here. Look, we got to serve some more punishment?
So, LeVar sent his two sons, LaMelo and LiAngelo, to play professional basketball in the Lithuanian Basketball League.
I don't know how smart that was.
A decision that brought a lot of backlash. From being a part of one of the most prestigious colleges in America to the modest league in Lithuania.
yeah.
Regardless, LiAngelo actually played well, averaging 12.6 points and 2.7 rebounds per game.
But going
So,
from 30 points to 12 points. is crazy.
LiAngelo declared for the 2018 NBA draft. But, unfortunately, he went undrafted. So, LeVar Ball did what was best for his son. Send him to a league that he created, the JBL League. He
Oh,
played
yeah.
for the Los Angeles Bowlers. And he went off, averaging 50 points, winning the MVP, and leading his team to winning the only championship in league history.
Dude, that's funny though.
Because the JBL only lasted one season. LiAngelo was offered a G League contract by the Thunder, didn't play a game. Offered to play for the Pistons, didn't play a game. But LiAngelo's time would come when he was invited to play for the Hornets in Summer League. All of
Oh,
his
yeah, because what's his name was on the team?
hard
that's why
work
he
was
got the-
finally paying off.
You got a good break.
Unfortunately, LiAngelo didn't play well enough, averaging 4.7 points, resulting in him being cut by the Hornets.
I'm his
I
big
could-
brother. I gotta, tell him the truth.
I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
that.
I think his path is overseas. Should have
That's-
been overseas
That's
killing.
fair enough too. Overseas is nice, but look, I feel like if I go to the G League, I'm gonna carry myself. Like I only need a shot, bro. If they give me the shot, I feel like I'm gonna do my thing. I ain't
But
never
look,
messed up like
This the
that.
problem I have. I feel like you got your shot in the
He
summer
did
league
get- oh, he's being honest. I like he's being honest.
When?
with the Hornets.
You
And I
played
was
this? You
cooking
played this year?
and
This
got
past
sent
year?
to the G.
When he had played.
When was the last time you
What
played?
year was that?
2022
2022.
with the Hornets.
Yes.
But one person who hasn't given up on their NBA dream, but
I
probably
respect it, though. He
should,
doesn't wanna give
is
up.
Julian Newman. Going viral when he was
Where-
just 12 years old for his
Why-
intense workouts and dribbling moves.
Why
Julian
did he not
Newman
made it?
Is nowhere near the same person he once was. Let's just see Julian's attitude from 10 years ago to now.
Hey, do you ever trash talk on the court? I mean, you're such a sweet, nice kid, and I've hung out with you a little bit today. But when you're really playing, do you get intense? Do you trash talk?
Not really, no.
Never. Oh, that's
Not
good.
really.
Nothing like that. That's
really.
good. I like that. I like that you're good sportsmanship. I think is important.
Yeah.
You know.
You calling one way? This is crazy. You keep the clown, bro. Shut the fuck up. Hey, no.
Bro got too much
think-
ego.
Most of us know by now.
Bro got too much ego.
Hey, no.
Damn.
I think most of us know by now, Julian's game did indeed peak in high school, averaging up to 30 points
Did.
by the end of his high school career. However, what many
that
might
was
not
it,
realize is that Julian played under the coaching of his father. This gave him complete freedom on the court,
To do
allowing
whatever
him to
he
take as
wanted.
many shots as he wanted without any restriction. Julian also had problems that weren't related to his basketball skills, and that was his attitude. Scouts weren't interested in a 5'7", cocky player who wasn't willing to adjust his game. So after Julian graduated high school with no college offers, he transitioned to the creator world and started
Of
playing in
course.
creator leagues. But
Creator
even
league.
in these light-hearted competitions, Julian still wanted to showcase why he was never able to go to the next level.
It's a foul.
Julian still wanted to showcase why he was never able to go to the next level. His attitude.
You calling one way? This is crazy. You keep the clown, bro. Shut the fuck up. Hey, no.
But to everyone's surprise,
What the hell?
Julian did join a college basketball team as a 24-year-old freshman. And from Julian's
23?
confidence
Bro,
before his
took too
first
long.
game, you might actually think that he might put on a performance.
You did not care.
But no, he went scoreless on 6 shooting.
You know, they say I'm a freshman, so, you know, time's limited or whatever's going on. I don't know. But I know nobody can guard me, though. So, I'm cold on the bench. Went in there, a couple good jumpers, and just couldn't hit them. You know what I'm saying? I went in there with 3 minutes left. Leave me alone.
But one high school hooper who played against Julian Newman multiple times and had the build to be an NBA player
He did.
was Kyrie Walker.
What
Kyrie
happened to
Walker
Kyrie
was a part of
Walker?
the most viral high school basketball moments in a matchup against Julian Newman in 2016. The video that was posted on YouTube racked over 13 million views. Kyrie averaged 21 points and 7 rebounds as a freshman. At this point, it was pretty certain that Kyrie
Nah, he was
one of the
good.
top recruits in his class. So after his stellar freshman year, he would transfer to a more known school, Hillcrest Prep. The next 2 seasons, Kyrie looked as dominant as a high school player could be, averaging 25
I wonder
points
what
in his
happened.
sophomore year and 30 points in his junior season. But unlike Julian Newman, Kyrie was making sure one thing wasn't going to happen to him.
I had to figure out what I was going to be. Was I going to be a high school legend? Which I don't want to. Like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I don't want to be that.
You don't want to peak in high school.
I don't want to be that. I want to be a high school legend. Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, he used to be tough in high school.
Tough in high school, yeah.
Then what happened? Yeah, high school basketball is cool, but that's not your end goal. You try to make it to the league. You try to be that dude in the league.
So
telling you,
obviously,
these guys get all
Kyrie
this
didn't want to be
ego,
another
they
one of
don't
those
care no
cases of a viral hooper that peaked in high school. So Kyrie committed to Arizona State after his sophomore season. But wait until you see his senior stats. Well, I won't be able to show you those stats because Kyrie chose to leave high school during his senior season.
What a dumbass. Oh my god. See what he did wrong?
And suddenly, Kyrie pretty much disappeared off social media.
What the fuck?
That was until April of 2020, when he announced he would be opting to skip college and a 1-year stint at a professional team. This was because Kyrie chose to join a 12-month program known as Chameleon BX, run by Frank Matrosino. This
But why?
training is no joke. He pushes his players to the absolute limit, and it has been quite successful. having trained NBA players such as Blake Griffin and Zach Randolph. But for Kyrie
Come on, bro.
to skip college and join a training camp
Dead
where scouts
ass.
couldn't watch him perform and showcase his skills was a risky decision. Meanwhile, players
He
his
can't
age
even work on ball.
who chose the college route had the advantage of showcasing their skills on a national stage, gaining exposure to scouts and reaping the rewards of that visibility.
If y'all watch me play today, 10 times better what I was my junior year. By far. There's no question, nobody. Just because I didn't play my senior year doesn't mean I was not hooping, working out every single day.
What Kyrie said is most likely true, but not being able to
It's true,
showcase
but you
his
can't
skills
show-
on the court
yeah,
for
you
a
can't-
whole year,
You're not showing it.
unfortunately, did some damage for his career, ending up going undrafted in the 2021 draft. And finally,
Damn.
as of November
What the fuck?
2024, Kyrie has joined the Nalaka Bison of the league. Yes, this league's name is literally the league. So that
Bro's
probably
looking crazy.
gives you an idea of where Kyrie is at right now. The next player,
Let's give
unlike
it up,
Kyrie,
buddy.
actually made it to the league. But now, no NBA team will pick him up, for reasons that will make sense soon. Markelle Fultz, early in his high school career,
Bro,
was
how
cut
did
from his
you do
varsity
Markelle
team
Fultz?
because of his 5'9" frame. He was long and lanky, and he'd walk and his knees would be hurting. Luckily for Markelle, before his junior season, he grew 6 inches. A growth spurt that changed his life forever. In his junior year, he averaged 16.8 points, 7.9 changed his life.
inches?
Before his junior season, he grew 6 inches. A growth spurt that changed his life forever. In his junior year, he averaged 16.8 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 4.3 assists per game. This caught the attention of the University of Washington, where he committed before his senior season. The choice raised some eyebrows, since Washington wasn't known for producing NBA stars. Their most prominent NBA prospect was Isaiah Thomas, who was
Damn.
drafted with the very last pick in the draft. Regardless, Markelle became one of the most recognized recruits in the country. His senior season changed everything, averaging 19.1 points and 8.8 rebounds per game, graduating
Well,
as
he
a
was
top
playing
3
that
recruit.
good players.
Markelle Fultz's game improved even more at Washington. He averaged 23.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 5.9 assists, becoming the best player in that stacked 2017 draft.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And the Sixers selected him number 1 overall. But things soon went downhill. As Fultz warmed up for his NBA debut, he knew something wasn't right. He suffered one of the most confusing injuries in NBA history, and videos of his altered jump shot circulated widely.
Limit the Sixers for their
Bruh, he's not even confident in his own jump shot.
unusual pitch.
I kind of knew my shoulder wasn't right, but I just kept playing. Doctors couldn't identify the problem. I got MRIs and they didn't see anything. That messed with my mind because I knew something wasn't right. I was getting up extra shots, trying to shoot it through, but I was making it worse, aggravating my nerves. Fultz was diagnosed
Damn.
with thoracic outlet syndrome, a nerve condition between the neck and shoulder, typically seen in baseball players. By the time of
Damn.
his diagnosis, Fultz had already played his final game for the Sixers, who traded him to the Magic shortly after. In Orlando, Fultz thrived away from Philadelphia's
Bro should've
intense
just, instead of shooting, just threw the ball
pressure.
up.
By
Passed it.
2023, he was averaging
Be a role
14 points
player.
per game, and his career seemed back on track. But at the start of the 2024 season, he suffered tendonitis in his right knee, limiting him to half the season. His minutes were cut significantly, suggesting his time in Orlando was ending. For the first time in his career, Fultz could control his destiny as an unrestricted free agent, but no teams expressed interest. And
Damn.
as of now, Markelle Fultz remains unsigned.
Damn.
But what happens when a player's story is defined
Damn,
by
that
their
fool's tall as hell for no
unique
reason.
physical traits, rather than their on-court performance? That brings us to Robert Bobrovsky. Instantly, when you see footage of Robert on the court, you can't believe your eyes. He just doesn't look real in these videos.
No way.
Homie grew so fast that he'll never get over the awkward phase. The way he moves gives me the puppet on strings vibe. Bro's just living in 2D.
I was like 6'8", I would say.
What
You were 6'8" when you were 12?
Robert went viral off clips of him playing in Italy at the age of
He
15.
goes-
To fully showcase his potential,
The way he
he
walks,
joined the
funny.
prestigious
He
Spire
was tall,
Institute,
though.
taking advantage of its world-class facilities and resources. The same program LaMelo Ball would play at for his senior season. But the two would never play together, as Rob only weighed 180 pounds, which is
Damn.
the same weight as Steph Curry. Even though Robert went on a year-long 5,000 calorie diet, he only gained 10 pounds. He had to go under back surgery and missed out on his senior season. In July of 2020, Robert joined Rochester Christian University, but wouldn't play any games due to COVID. I couldn't find any footage of Robert Bobrovsky playing from 2020 onwards. He seems to be a very mysterious man, but what I can gather from right now is that Rob has given up on basketball. But he did come back in the spotlight when he would star in a movie. But Robert Bobrovsky's story is in the spotlight when he would star in a movie. But Robert Bobrovsky's story is a far cry from the chaos that defines Mikey Williams' past.
Mikey Williams is
From being one of the most hyped prospects coming out of high school, coached by LeBron, playing with his son Bronny, and earning millions in endorsement deals, Mikey seemed destined for the NBA. Until one decision threatened to derail everything.
That's his problem.
San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams is facing multiple charges.
Bro thinks he's bigger than everybody else.
Mikey Williams was one of the most popular high school players of his age. He first gained notoriety at 14 when he teamed up with Bronny in middle school for the North Coast Blue Chips, which was coached by LeBron. Mikey was the standout player, dunking with ease at 12. Naturally, a middle school team coached by LeBron James went viral easily, with YouTube videos of their games gaining millions of views. This exposure launched Mikey's career. With a 1 in a million talent and millions of eyes watching, his hype skyrocketed. As a high school freshman, he scored 77 points at 15. By the end of high school, he had a $3.6 million NIL valuation, with endorsement deals including a groundbreaking Puma shoe deal, becoming the first high schooler to sign such a partnership. But considering Mikey's idol is NBA Youngboy,
I literally told you,
his next move might not surprise you. On March 27th, 2023, 2 girls and 3 men arrived at Mikey's mansion unannounced in an Uber. One girl supposedly knew someone inside and requested a walkthrough of the house. The details are unclear, so take this with a grain of salt. An argument broke out with the visitors, claiming Mikey had a gun and threatened them. Then, he allegedly fired shots at the fleeing vehicle.
Bruh.
Mikey was immediately dropped from his multi-million-dollar deal with Puma and lost his University of Memphis scholarship, facing potential decades in prison. But he ultimately got a plea deal, which involved behavioral therapy, gun safety, and anger management classes, which included 80 hours of community service and a 10-year firearm ban. Since then, Mikey's career and popularity have plummeted, with clips of him surfacing online, showcasing his not-so-flattering attitude.
I made that nigga quit. I made him quit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Jared quit that game. He did. Yeah. But it's all right, though, bro. Look, like I said, I don't want to shit on Jared, bro, because you feel me? Jared's a great player, but I gotta understand. You gotta understand, though, like, I'm a dog, right? Like, bro, like, that shit was personal, and I ain't had nothing against Jared, bro. You feel me? It was basketball. It was just personal because you think you could fuck with me. Like, these people think you could fuck with me, bro. You Gatorade player.
When you watch Mikey Williams' high school highlights, one thing stands out: his crazy dunks. Yet, even Mac McClung, one of the best high school dunkers ever, struggles to find his place in the league, throwing down dunk contest-worthy slams during games. These highlights garnered millions of YouTube views and caught the attention of one man, Patrick Ewing, then Georgetown's head coach, who attended one of Mac's senior games. So Mac joined the Georgetown Hoyas the following year. In his freshman season, McClung averaged 13.1 points and 2 assists per game. His sophomore season saw improvement, with 15.7 points and 2.4 assists per game. Hoping to raise his stock, Mac played one more college season at Texas Tech, where he averaged 15.5 points and 2.1 assists. After declaring for the 2021 NBA draft, Mac unfortunately went undrafted. It may seem confusing at the moment, but the reasons will make sense soon. It wasn't all downhill from here. By now, Mac has played 4 NBA games for the Bulls, Lakers, and the Sixers, mostly in garbage minutes. But he made history by winning back-to-back NBA dunk contests in 2023 and 2024, becoming the first G League player to do so. He later added a G League MVP award, leaving fans questioning why he hasn't secured a full-time NBA spot. The answer lies in his size. At just 6'2" and 185 pounds, Mac McClung struggles in today's NBA, which favors players that are 6'5" or taller, who can replicate his offense while providing better defense. Mac faces a tough choice. Stay in the G League indefinitely, or head overseas to the EuroLeague, where smaller, dynamic players like him often thrive. Although these players we mention either didn't make it to the NBA or are on the edge of it, players who do make it to the NBA don't always take advantage of the opportunity. Check it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and educate.
Bye, have a great time.